That game wasn't about Westbrook. That game was about Damian Lillard. The series was about Damian Lillard. Westbrook got you to the series. Just like movie stars get you into the theater. And then you watch the movie and you realize there's a new movie star. It's official. Damian Lillard has moved himself in to the top 4 elite point guards in the league. I'd call them the killers. Steph, Harden, Lillard, and Kyrie. They are the killers. You don't want the ball near their hands with a minute left. Westbrook, okay, I'll be a jerk once. He's the momentum killer. That final sequence, Oklahoma City had this game won. It was going back to the Midwest. The final sequence is what just drives me crazy. Paul George was absolutely on fire. 14 of 20 shots. If it wasn't for Lillard's amazing series, it was a Paul versus Damian series. And Westbrook had the ball, and you'd think you'd want to get it to the hottest guy in the world, not named Damian Lillard. Again, this is not about hammering Westbrook. I said it yesterday. He's a relentless talent, uneven, a little stubborn for me, but he's moving away from the current game. Lillard is an amazing talent who's moving toward it. That final sequence, one guy put on a 1995 move trying to draw the foul. The other guy pulled up and nailed a 37-footer. It's the way the world works. You can still defend Westbrook, hell of a talent. You can still idolize him, buy his jersey. I get it. He's fun. He got us all into this series. He got us into the theater. I watch him constantly. Westbrook gets me to the theater. But once I watch the movie, I like the new young movie star, the 28-year-old who went to Weber State, who's up in the Northwest. He's the new movie star. He's a killer. By the way, I can put up the stats and the numbers. It was lopsided. One guy averaged 33 a game, one averaged 22, one shot 46%, one shot 36. Westbrook had a minus 43 in the series. Lillard had a plus 55. Again, there's no reason to drop the hammer. No reason to bag on the old movie star. I just like the new one. I just like the new one. Last night, listen, Westbrook got his triple-double. He's a monster. He's a triple-double monster. He's an athletic tornado. He's unbelievably relentless. But as I said yesterday, the game's moving away from him, and the game is moving toward Russell Westbrook. And I think it's a very difficult time. Royce Young covers this franchise, OKC, and he has been a Westbrook defender as I have been relentlessly on Russell. But he said something in his column last night, and it sounds like to me it's time for something parents do with their kids when they move into teenage years. It's time for the big talk. Royce Young said, when the Thunder were rolling midseason, Paul George might have been the best player in the league. The Thunder took on Paul George's identity. Westbrook happily took a step back. George was the best player, Westbrook the complementary piece. Westbrook was playing a different style, staying on the ball less, hockey assisting more, taking smarter shots. But then Paul George got hurt, and the Thunder transitioned back to being Westbrook's team. The locker room was more serious and tense, with each game feeling significant, each loss frustrating. Oklahoma City, it's time for the big talk with Russ. You sit him down, and how it lands, it lands. You say, Russ, you got to get your money. We love you. It's the same thing parents tell teenagers, but we're going to have a little sea change here. This is Paul George's franchise. Last night, Westbrook took 11 more shots than Paul George. We just can't have that. We just, going forward, that can't be the case anymore. It's the big talk the parents give the teenage kids. Now, the parents have an advantage. They've got built-in authority. They're parents. You're 16. Westbrook has a 4-year deal, and they've enabled him. Ice cream for breakfast, hugs after losses, defending him after bad performances. I'm not sure how it's going to land. I did like Westbrook after the game, put his glasses on, was humble, admitted he wanted to look in the mirror. So if you're OKC, there's hope. It's no time for me to be a bully. No time for me to hammer Westbrook. He got us all into the theater. There's just a new, cooler movie star now, Damian Lillard. Damian's shot was the 37-footer heard around the world. And after the game, Paul George says, I don't like that shot. Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, and James Harden. That's not a bad shot. That's a new shot. And there's a big difference. Damian Lillard was 8 of 12 from 30-plus feet. 4 of 6 last night. Steph Curry has changed this game. If the NBA had a new logo, you know the old one, it's Jerry West. If they had a new one, it should be Steph Curry launching from 33 feet. I do not believe last night was a bad shot. It's a new shot. This is what the new logo should look like. Steph from 34. Russell Wilson has done this to the National Football League. Russell Wilson has proved athletic, 5'11", occasionally run for first downs. That can win Super Bowls too. That can be the cornerstone of an NFL franchise too. Smaller, run around a lot, hyper athletic, make throws, but Steph Curry has changed the NBA. That's not a bad shot. It's a new shot. And Russell Wilson is why Kyler Murray gets drafted and why 5'11.5" Baker Mayfield gets drafted and why Johnny Manziel got drafted and why next year there's going to be another 5'11", 6-foot guy that's going to get drafted. LeBron did this a lot in the NBA. He was a positionless player. It used to be the point guard was a 1, shooting guard was a 2, small forward was a 3, the power forward was a 4, and the center was a 5. And then LeBron came in and went, hey, we got this guy in Cleveland. Yeah, he can do all that stuff. He can do 1 through 4 easy and 5 if we have to. And LeBron sort of made the league really labelless and really positionless. I just think in pro football, 70 years ago, they used to use this term. Well, it's the forward pass. Because apparently before that, they had backward passes. Now it's just you pass. It used to be called the forward pass. Then the game changed. This is what Amazon has done to retail. They've eliminated malls. It used to be, you'd say, are you going to do some online shopping? And that's no longer a term. Now all shopping is online shopping. They're game changers. Steph Curry, Russell Wilson, and Amazon. That was not a bad shot. Not a lot of others can take it, but it's a new shot for Damian Lillard, Harden, and Steph Curry. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.